Listen, I need you to hear me loud and clear. Stop being kind to everybody. I know, you were raised to be nice, to be polite, to treat everybody with kindness. But let me tell you something. Not everybody deserves it. Kindness is one of the most beautiful traits a person can have, but it's not something that should be handed out without thought. Too often people confuse kindness with obligation, thinking they owe it to everyone simply because they were raised to be polite or considerate. But the truth is, kindness should be treated as a privilege, something that is given where it is valued, not where it is expected or exploited. When you give kindness freely to everyone, you open yourself up to being used. There are people who see a kind heart and immediately think of ways they can benefit from it. They recognize a giver, and instead of appreciating that generosity, they manipulate it for their own gain. This is why so many kind-hearted people find themselves exhausted, frustrated, and feeling like they're always pouring into others, but never receiving anything back. It's because they've been taught that kindness should be endless, that it should be given regardless of how they're treated in return. But here's the reality. Kindness should be reserved for those who respect it. It's a privilege, not an unlimited resource. When you give it to the wrong people, you deplete yourself. And in doing so, you take away from the people who actually deserve it. Think about it. If you spend all your time and energy being kind to those who take you for granted, what's left for the people who truly appreciate you? What's left for the relationships that pour back into you? Being selective with kindness doesn't mean you're cruel or selfish. It means you understand its value. You wouldn't give your time, money, or energy to someone who constantly wastes it. So why would you do that with your kindness? Just like any other valuable resource, it should go to the right places. When kindness is given where it is respected, it has the power to uplift, strengthen, and create meaningful connection. When it is given carelessly, it becomes a tool for others to take advantage of. Not everyone deserves your kindness, and that's a hard lesson to learn, especially for people with big hearts. When you grow up hearing that you should always be nice, always be polite, and always treat others with kindness, you start to believe that this applies to every single person you meet. But in reality, not everyone is worthy of that treatment. Some people will see your kindness as an open invitation to take advantage of you, and the more you give, the more they take. The problem is that when you're naturally kind, you assume others will respond the same way. You expect that if you treat people well, they'll do the same in return. But the truth is, some people see kindness as a weakness. They see it as something they can manipulate for their own benefit. They know that no matter how they treat you, you'll keep being kind, keep showing up, keep giving them chances. And the more they realize this, the more they push those limits. Think about the people in your life. Are there ones who only call when they need something, ones who expect you to always be available but are never there when you need them? People who take your kindness and never say thank you, never reciprocate, never acknowledge what you do for them. These are the people who don't deserve your kindness. They don't value it because they believe they're entitled to it. Being kind to everyone, regardless of how they treat you, sends the message that your kindness comes with no conditions. It tells people that they don't have to respect you to receive it. But kindness should be earned, just like trust and loyalty. If someone continually disrespects you, ignores your needs, or only shows up when they need something, they have shown you who they are. It's up to you to decide whether you will keep offering them something they don't appreciate, or if you will reserve your kindness for those who truly deserve it. People will take advantage if you let them. That's just the way the world works. Some people will see your kindness, your generosity, and your willingness to help as an opportunity to get what they want with no intention of giving anything in return. It's not always obvious at first because they don't come out and say, "I'm here to use you." Instead, they test the waters, seeing how much you'll give before you start saying no. And if you never set boundaries, they'll keep pushing, keep asking. The truth is, takers don't stop taking unless they're forced to. They don't suddenly realize one day that they've been using you and decide to change. No, they keep going as long as you allow it. If you're always available, they'll keep calling. If you always say yes, they'll never consider your needs. If you always forgive without addressing the issue, they'll keep repeating the same behavior. It's not because they don't know better, it's because they don't have to. You've made it easy for them. This is why it's so important to recognize the patterns early. If someone only reaches out when they need something, pay attention. If they never reciprocate, never check on you, never offer to help when you need it, take note. If they get upset the moment you say no or set a boundary, that's a clear sign they were never interested in a balanced relationship in the first place. You can't go through life assuming everyone has good intentions just because you do. Some people see kindness as a weakness, something they can manipulate for their own gain. They don't feel guilty about it because in their mind, if you keep letting it happen, that's on you. And that's why it's up to you to protect yourself. The moment you realize someone is taking advantage of you, you have to make a choice. Either continue allowing it and feeling drained, or start setting boundaries and see who still sticks around when they're no longer benefiting from your kindness. Being kind doesn't mean being a doormat. Too many people confuse kindness with weakness, thinking that if you're a good person, you have to accept whatever treatment comes your way. But real kindness isn't about letting people walk all over you. It's about choosing to treat others with respect while still respecting yourself. If your kindness comes at the expense of your own well-being, it's not kindness anymore, it's self-sacrifice. And not everyone is worthy of that. Some people mistake kindness for unlimited access. They assume that because you're nice, you'll always say yes. Because you're understanding, you'll always tolerate disrespect. Because you're forgiving, you'll keep giving chances even when they don't deserve them. And the more you allow it, the more they take advantage of it. The problem isn't that you're kind, it's that you haven't drawn a line between being a good person and being taken for granted. There's nothing wrong with being kind, but there's something very wrong with allowing people to treat you poorly under the excuse that you don't want to be rude. Setting boundaries doesn't make you mean. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. Standing up for yourself doesn't make you unkind. It makes you someone who understands that kindness should go both ways. You can be the most generous, thoughtful, and caring person in the world, but if you let people misuse your kindness, you'll end up feeling drained and resentful. True kindness has balance. It's about giving, but also knowing when to stop giving. It's about helping others, but also knowing when helping them is hurting you. It's about being compassionate, but also recognizing when someone is using that compassion as a way to take advantage of you. When people realize you'll accept anything in the name of kindness, they will test your limits. They will see how much they can take without giving back. That's why it's your responsibility to set the standard. If someone expects kindness from you, they should also be willing to show it in return. Otherwise, what they're looking for isn't kindness, it's control. Set boundaries and protect your energy. If you don't, people will take more from you than you ever intended to give. Being a kind and generous person is a wonderful trait, but without boundaries, it can leave you exhausted, drained, and resentful. Some people don't understand limits unless they are set for them. They will keep asking, keep taking, and keep expecting until you finally put a stop to it. The sooner you realize that your time, energy, and kindness are valuable, the sooner you will start protecting them. Boundaries are not about being rude or selfish. They are about self-respect. When you say no, when you decline to do something that drains you, or when you step away from relationships that take more than they give, you are not being unkind. You are making sure that your kindness is going to the right places. You can be a good person and still tell people no. You can love and care for others while still making sure you are not overextending yourself. People who don't respect boundaries are usually the ones who benefit from you not having them. They will act offended when you start saying no. They will try to make you feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. They might even accuse you of changing or being selfish, but the truth is, they are just upset that they no longer have unlimited access to your energy. Pay attention to the people who get mad when you start taking care of yourself. Those are the ones who are only in your life for what they could get from you. Your energy is your most valuable resource. When you allow the wrong people to drain it, you don't have anything left for yourself or for the people who truly deserve it. Protecting your energy means surrounding yourself with people who pour back into you, who respect your time, and who appreciate what you bring to the table. It means recognizing when someone is using you and having the strength to walk away. If you don't set boundaries, people will set them for you. And those boundaries will always benefit them, not you. Be kind to the right people, not just everyone. Kindness is a beautiful quality, but it has to be given wisely. Too often people make the mistake of believing that kindness should be given without question to anyone and everyone, regardless of how they behave. But not everyone deserves your kindness. Some people see it as an opportunity, a tool they can use to get what they want. Others don't value it at all, taking it for granted and expecting it without ever giving anything in return. Being selective with your kindness doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you understand its worth. When you treat everyone the same, regardless of their actions, you send the message that kindness is automatic, not earned. But true kindness should be mutual. It should exist in relationships where there is respect, appreciation, and reciprocity. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, ignores your needs, or only comes around when they need something, they have shown you that they do not value your kindness. The right people will appreciate your kindness. They won't take it for granted or use it against you. They will respect your time, your energy, and your boundaries. They will show up for you not just when it's convenient for them, but because they genuinely care. These are the people who deserve your kindness. When you focus on giving to those who give back, you create relationships that uplift you instead of draining you. Pay attention to how people treat you. If someone only responds to your kindness with expectations instead of gratitude, that's a sign they don't deserve it. If they become upset when you set boundaries, that's a sign they were only interested in taking from you. If they disappear the moment you stop overgiving, that's proof that they were never truly there for you. When you start reserving your kindness for the right people, you will notice a shift. You will feel lighter, more appreciated, and more fulfilled. Your energy will no longer be wasted on those who don't value it, and instead, it will be invested in relationships that actually matter.